Hello class 10. In our today's class, we are going to start double dimensional array. That means array will be having two subscripts. Array will be having the two subscript, one for the rows, one for the column. A double dimensional array is a structure created in the memory to contain the data values by using rows and columns. In double dimensional array, what happens? It is in double dimensional array is a structure created in the memory to store the data values by using the rows and columns. A double dimensional array is also referred to as a double subscripted variable because it uses two types of subscripts, one for the row number and the other for the column number to represent any element of the array. See, already we have done the one dimensional array. In one dimensional array, we had only one subscript. It was a single subscripted variable. But double dimensional array is also called two subscripted variable. Okay, a double dimensional array is a structure that is represented along x-axis and y-axis, where the x-axis this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. Here the x-axis represents number of rows and y-axis represents number of columns. A double dimensional array is basically used to handle tabular data, that is, the values represented in rows and columns. The data in tabular form is also called matrix in mathematics. Now let us see this example. This is example of double dimensional array or double subscripted array. It is in the matrix format like math. Like in this example, it has got 3 rows and 4 columns. 3 rows and 4 columns. In the math, the counting of rows and columns begins from the 1, 2, 3, 4. But in the Java programming, in the array, the counting begins from the 0. So the first column is the column 0, second column is column 1, third column is column 2, and fourth column is column 3. The same way, the first row is row 0, second is row 1, and third is row 2. Now, if you see the location of each element of the matrix, the first row, first column is 2. The 2 is present at 0, place, 401, 602, and 503. The same way 310, 411, 512, and 913. The same way 920, 721, 322, and 823. Okay. The row and column subscripts of the cell always begin with 0. As I told you, the row and columns number begins from the word 0, not like math like 1, 2, 3. That's why the first row is called here 0, second row is called 1, third row will be 2. The same way, first column is called column 0, second column 1, third column 2, and fourth column 3. So the row and column subscripts of the cell always begin with the 0th position. In a double dimensional array, each element is referred using a row and a column subscript. Like M00. M00 means first element of the array, that is 2. 01 is the second, that is the 4. Okay, and so on. Now let us see that how to create a double dimensional array. A double dimensional array can be created by using the following syntax. Now see the syntax. First, we have to write the data type just like the first dimensional array. After that, name of the variable, that is the array name. Then we'll be having 2 square bracket, one for the row, one for the column, and equal to new, again the same data type, and you have to write the number of rows and number of columns. Like in this example, there are how many rows? 3 rows. So number of rows will be here 3 and number of columns will be 4. So 3 into 4, how many elements? 3 into 4, 12 elements. Okay. See the example, like data type int, array name m, 2 square bracket for 2 subscript, one for the row, one for the column. First one is for the row, second is for the column, equal to new int 3, 4. How many? Why 3? There are 3 rows in our example, and how many columns are there? 4 columns. Okay. So it means a double dimensional array is to be created consisting how many rows? 3 rows and 4 columns. Therefore, it can store how many data items? 12 data items, 3 into 4. And the location of each element will be, as I told you, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. The same as second row, 1, 0, 1, 2, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. Third row, it will be 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. Okay. And we can represent similar types of data in the double dimensional array. Now, the data may be accepted in double dimensional array based in the following ways: by using the assignment, by using the function argument, which is called the BlueJ system, by using the input estimator class, and by using a scanner class. So now let us see how to do by using the assignment statement. In this method, the data values are defined within the program itself. They may be of any data type. For example, for integer type, the values are stored in double dimensional array as given below. Okay, in the left hand side, we'll declare the array along with the data type. Like data type is int, array name m, and 2 square bracket, and equal to. In the right hand side, we'll keep the value within the pair of curly bracket. Start the array value with the curly bracket, then first row 2, 4, 6, 5 within a pair of curly bracket, then second row 3, 4, 5, 9 within a pair of curly bracket, and third row 9, 7, 3, 8 within a pair of curly bracket. Okay, so this way we'll declare the array. Now let us see a program in which we'll assign the array value by using assignment statement, and we'll print the output in the matrix form. So class name, public class matrix, public static void main, int array name m, value is given, first row 2, 4, 6, 5 within a pair of curly bracket, comma, second row 3, 4, 5, 9 within a pair of curly bracket, 9, 7, 3, 8 within a pair of curly bracket. Int ij, I for the row, j for the column, I for the outer loop, j for the inner loop. For I equal to 0, I less than 3. Why less than 3? Because there are 3 rows, 0, 1, 2. So I less than 3, 0, 1, 2. And there are how many columns? There are 4 columns, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So j loop will execute from 0 to 3. Okay, j plus plus, just like pattern programming. Now I value is 0, 0 less than 3, yes. So we come to the inner loop, j equal to 0, 0 less than 4, yes. The system out print mij. The mij means I value is 0, j value is 0. The means the number stored at m0 place. So m0 place, what is there? 2 is there. So 2 is printed. See the output, 2 is printed. Next j 1. The system out print I is not changed now. I is 0 only. J has become 1. The m01. The m01, what is there? 4 is there. So after more blank space, 4 is printed. Then again j plus plus, it will be 2. So now j value is 2 and I value is 0. The system out print m02. M02, which element? 6. The 6 is printed. Then blank space. Next j will be 3. So system out print m03. The m03 means the last element of the first row, that is the 5. 5 is printed. Now next j value will be 5. So condition becomes false. So we come out of the inner loop, system out print ln, change the line, brings the cursor to the next line. Now we go for the next iteration of I plus plus. So I plus plus will be now 1. 1 less than 3, yes. For j equal to 0, j less than, now j equal to 0, j less than 3. Again the j loop will execute from 0 to 4. But now I value is 1. So we are going to print the second row. The system out print mij. I value is 1, j value is 0. m10, which element? 3. So see 3 is printed. Next j will be 1. The system out print M11, the M11 which element? 4, then 4 is printed. Next J value will be 2. The M12 which element? 5, the 5 is printed. Next J value will be 3. The system out print M13, 13 which element? 9, the 9 is printed. Now next J value will be 5. Condition becomes 4. Condition becomes false. So change the line. Go for the next value of I will be 2. So now we are going to print the third row. Again J equal to 0, J less than 4. And now I value is 2. The system out print Mij. The M20 which element? 9. The 9 is printed. Next value of J will be 1. The system out print M21. 7 is printed. Then system out print 22. 3 is printed. Then system out print 23. 8 is printed. And next value of J will be 4. So condition becomes false. So we come out of the loop. Now the last value of I will be 3. The 3 is less than 3. No, condition becomes false. So program will be stopped. So let us see this program, how the output comes. Open the program. Here is the program. Int M 2465 first row, 3459 second row, 9738 third row. The same loop for I equal to 0, I less than 3. For J equal to 0, J less than 4, J plus plus, system out print M, and changing the line, system out print L. Compile the program. No syntax error. Close. Right click. Void main. OK. And here the output comes in the matrix format: 2465, 3459 and 9738. Okay. So in today's class, what we have learned? We have learned that how to create a two-dimensional array, how to declare, and how to do it by using the which method? Assignment statement. Practice the program. Thank you.